Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to pull some cards. The energies are quite powerful today. I have some free time, so I thought I would continue to channel. I've posted a few short videos already today. And instead of feeling rushed with those shorts, I just thought that I would concentrate a little bit more and provide some more information and some energy clearing for us to be able to move forward here for those who are ready to blast out whatever could be potential blocks for their timelines. So in my readings, I use crystals very often, light language, and these selenite wands for me represent timelines. So whichever timeline that you're on right now, want to be on, want to get on eventually in the future, just set the intention that this is for all of you, and we'll see what the messages are for us today. So again, repeating cards here, our masculine surfaced, and he's blocking nefarious energy that would otherwise be trying to block us. I mentioned blocks, right? The Justice card is here, so the angelics, the guides that are supporting us in the realms, will make sure as well that these karmics that are able to timeline jump, trick and do all these sorts of things to avoid learning the lessons, siphon our energy, stay attached to us in ways to allow them to continue to manifest what they've been able to manifest, because twin flame energy is very powerful. So for those who aren't twins, and for those who are avoiding their karma, avoiding to face very difficult lessons, they can hide in our fields and get away with a lot. So the divine masculine has spoken his truth recently and has been very, very clear with what he wants in his life. And if he hasn't, he will soon be able to share that. This is you. I didn't notice you were there, divine feminine. You are supporting this as well. Okay. You've gotten over the way that he betrayed in the past. Okay. So whatever that betrayal looked like for you, congratulations, you rose above. Okay. You embody this justice energy naturally, without demeaning, without pointing a finger, without having said too much. He knows that you allowed him space and time to figure this out and to do what he has to clean up his mess. Okay, so he's got the sword up, so that tells us he's got to protect himself. He knows that he has to. He's sitting, so there isn't a sense of urgency. He's all knowing. He gets it. He knows. This Two of Swords is reversed. Okay, there's no challenge anymore. He doesn't want to fight, but he will protect himself. So he's stating right now very clearly that the Ace of Pentacles, this is confirmation, divine feminine, that he wants the same thing you want. He's willing to put in the work and the effort now. This is future energy. And to the communication that's required to overcome this burden, to be able to achieve union here. Okay. So the communication, once you're able to talk, this will disappear instantly. Okay, and this is what he's striving for. And the divine is, again, holding space in the fields and the lower quadrants here where, again, nefarious energy could be hiding. So we're just going to provide a clearing right now. Allow the clearing to come in. It's important to clear your energetic fields. I've been doing some meditation this morning. In addition to what I do for myself, when I pull in or seek out supports outside of my own abilities, it's because it's needed at a very high level. So any energy healing you've done recently has been very successful, okay? So it's going to assist you in moving in the right direction. So I'm getting your masculine is getting readings. And that's okay. I just laugh. It's not to ridicule. It's shocking to me sometimes when I hear about these things because, again, in my previous shorts earlier, they were doing their work in hiding. So I think that's probably a repeating message here that, they've sought out the information they felt they needed in order to confirm what they were already feeling inside, to be able to come up with their game plan on how to achieve this union with you, for many it's a wedding. They've held off getting married their whole lives because they prayed for you and they prayed for this union and they've prayed for this their entire lives. Okay. It may not have been in a conscious way, like sitting there in prayer, but just the thought of it, wanting that beautiful partner, wanting to find true love, wanting to have a loving marriage, a loving family. For many of us, we didn't grow up with that. Okay. And for us who have suffered traumas like that, we had to heal that in order to be able to free ourselves, from those bindings, that pain, that suffering, and kind of find ourselves again, get to know ourselves again, and learn properly what love is about. Many of us didn't really have good examples. We didn't really know what it was. That love was ignited within both of you when you met each other, when your eyes met. That first touch, that physical touch, is off the charts. So you're both thinking about these past encounters. It's all bubbling back to the surface because you're getting close to coming together physically. So that's really powerful. So there's been a reshuffling of the energy here. There's that communication with the divine. You see this? And it's in the past, so he's not doing it anymore. And some of the messages that he was getting was that it's okay to move forward, but you need to go alone. Oftentimes, the Six of Swords has other people in that boat with the person that's leaving. He's alone here. It's blue. It's the same person here. Okay. You're keeping yourself safe. I'm hearing chaste as well. Like that meant a lot to him, that you didn't go off to be with other people. Because for this man, he really put you through many tests without you realizing, Divine Feminine. I'm not saying that's necessarily right, okay? But for whatever reason, this is what he needed to do for himself. And you passed all the tests. You healed yourself. You looked after yourself. You are able to stand on your own 2 feet. And he knows that you've achieved this on your own. That wasn't easy. And now he wants to share that with you. He's doing that for himself as well. He's understanding now how he was able to achieve this by eventually doing the same thing. Not in the same way necessarily, but what I mean by that is being alone, being chaste. That was hard for him. Okay? And he knows that he needs to do the right thing and bring you information about some of the things that were hidden, some of the things that hurt, some of the mistakes he made, some of the lies he told. He was lying to himself, mostly. Okay. These readings to this person assisted him in doing that. And that's the communication that's going to clear the air in order for you to enter this beautiful phase of union. See the light here? There's so much passion here. And there's one child in particular, okay? If you both have children, there's one out of the bunch of kids that is really providing hope and a sense of stability. And in my situation, I believe that's my son. It's a very humble child, very divine, very honest, very pure of heart, very innocent. And he wants to talk to him eventually. It's been difficult for him thinking about facing, any children, if children were hurt with what happened here, and he's going to clear the air because he knows he has to. And he's matured in a lot of ways. A King of Swords is in a healthy energy, is not immature, is quite mature. Oh yeah, look at that 10 of Cups again. Look at that. That came out this morning twice. Let's have dinner with you. Long overdue. There you are, Divine Feminine. Your strength. Oh. Yeah, no, there won't be any falling down here. Absolutely not. Your strength and your courage has allowed for this judgment to come in. He was ready to, and he was ready to face it with whatever it is that he cleared. But he's also now, because of that clearing, is willing and able to face you, Divine Feminine. It took a long time. And look how he was all kind of protected here. But he's getting past that, right? And he freed himself from all these burdens and worries. There's that karmic there, or trauma, this devil energy here. He has better control at night. He's sleeping better at night. He's keeping hope and faith that you're holding on here, even though it's been a very long road and it's taken a long time. Yeah. Yeah. And he definitely wants to get together at a time where he can dedicate his time, energy, and effort to you without interruption. Okay. And he's had to balance out quite a bit in his life, okay, before being able to accept an offer, make an offer to get together. Yeah, there's something that you shared recently that created a tower moment. And it brought him to his knees. I think it's just your divinity and your beauty and your ability to weather the storm that he created by continuously keeping you to the side and only giving you a little bit, knowing that you need to know more and want to know more. He also thought there was kind of sneaky things going on with you, and there wasn't. So all of these swords are now gone. The worries and concerns can be all removed. An ex-partner of his as well was misinformed in regards to situation between the two of you. If the ex thought that you guys were secretly together, like none of that. She's, and if he or she hasn't received that information and that knowledge, they will. And they won't be closed off, I think, to healing this as well. Because I was picking up on karmic energy, but, there was some hiding here. And I guess as we open up the energetic fields and show that love and support, I feel like they're going to be willing to come to the table and to talk to us and to resolve some of these issues. Because oftentimes, when there's children, there's ex-partners, and that becomes very complex. I know in my case, it's there's a lot of healing that's still needed. So, yeah, after a period of hermit here, time alone, time away, you're ready to, the counterpart, the masculine here, is ready to confess. And he's going to do that in a mature way. He's going to look after all of this healing and all of these meetings that are going to occur. He's going to do that properly. And he's going to assist one of the younger kids that wasn't willing to open up. And that child is going to be more comfortable after this weekend. There's going to be an ongoing energy of a flood, a wave of communication that's going to come in to clarify for the children exactly what happened to create separation here, any areas that require clarification to provide healing that will bring in that healing here for this child. Because ultimately all the souls want this Ten of Cups. They want to reunite as a Ten of Cups. And that's achievable here, 100%. You're that stability, and this is the information that is going to be shared, that you were thoughtful, kind, you kept to yourself, okay? Even though you wanted to see them and spend time with them, you stayed where you needed to stay, okay? You didn't interfere more than you had to. That was very difficult. But this masculine, that was his job, to sort all this out. And so he's starting to do that finally after a very long time. And they don't want to be in deception anymore. These children are ready to see the truth too. That's the soul. Okay, so the physical takes time to catch up. But this period of us being stabbed in the back here, kids being stabbed in the back because this karmic was lying. She's not on the board, but she's hiding. You know, she's hiding. She's intimidated by your strength. And that's could be the X of the feminine as well. You know, that masculine is also, but I get that it's more so the X of the masculine that is really screaming for help, and she does it in a really bad way. It's not okay, but I feel that she's coming around. Look. So that double energy is going to be exposed. Yeah, the devil didn't want there to be choice here and wanted to control the situation. So no, we're going to put the devil down here where it belongs. And this karmic will have the opportunity to provide more information, share her thoughts and feelings, wishes, you know, what it is that she wants when it comes time for these counterparts to come back together and for these children to be reunited with you, Divine Feminine. You know, and we're going to allow her to have her thoughts and feelings, but what I sense here is that these people needed to have healthy boundaries, and that wasn't the case in the past. Okay, you'll have success though this time. When you get together, the next time you connect with each other, here, the counterparts, and then you have this conversation, you talk about what it is that you need to talk about to clear the air, to reset kind of the trajectory towards the Ten of Cups in this wedding here. Okay. It'll blow this Ten of Wands out of the water because you are so strong, Divine Feminine. You're the backing here. And the Divine Masculine needs to come out of hiding and speak the truth. All right, and the Divine will help safeguard that. That's why that Hierophant card is there. Okay. The energetics have been set here, so it's imminent. Yeah, look at the Lovers. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's no coming between this. You've healed at a very deep level, both of you, and your one union's energy, that third energy, is this energy here. You each represent one of these pillars, and this here, do you see how it looks ghost-like? It's powerful. This is unbreakable, untouchable. And you've reignited this in the physical because you've worked at it in the spiritual and the energetic planes for a very long time, but you've healed enough now to bring it back to life in the physical. And you would have already had it in some capacity if you maintained a friendship as some form of communication. You always held it in thought and your heart for sure, in your energetic space for sure. But now this is serious business, and it's very imminent. It's very close. And this is going slow is a thing of the past here. We're not going to worry about that anymore, okay? And this masculine was able to overcome that devil energy, was able to identify what the devil energies are in his life and himself. Feminine, you've done that too. That's shadow work, right? And there won't be a rejection of that love, of that divine knowledge, the emotions. He's letting the emotion in. Okay, and that's what he wants for his kids. He doesn't want his kids to be lost and confused anymore. Okay? He doesn't want them to be around toxicity. Now, can't control what happens when the kids are not with him, but certainly can be of support. And there's some clearing up. I keep hearing clearing up. That's why he's presenting himself here as the King of Swords. Because there's a lot of new details to be shared. So there's some light language to support in that. Look at this. He's going to tell you he's aware that you are his twin flame divine feminine. He's so happy. As he started to understand all of this, he really, really could not believe it. So I just pulled another card, and the dates of birth are very close. So for example, our days of birth are one day apart and our year is one day apart. So there's all these little synchronicities and little things that I think he's connected the dots, and it's like where in the past he would have shrugged that off to be like, it's just a coincidence. He really looked into it and he was really happy because he could also feel it at a soul level here. Past lives. He knows you were together in a past life, 100%. Yeah, see, I'm open and receive with love and vulnerability. Thank you for sharing your love with me. I'll do a couple more. I express myself comfortably and freely. Protection, love from Saint Mother Mary. And divine warriors are with us using the violet ray to wipe out darkness. Okay, and that's the Legion here, Archangel Michael's Legion. Look at that. I just heard like a blast of clearing here. So this light language is going to blast out any darkness that would attempt to hold on, attempt to interfere. That's not going to happen. The children, I'm getting a very strong message right now that they require a clearing as well. Oh, wow. They're ready to receive that clearing, so good for them. This is their little timeline here. This is their trajectory. As they look back to the past and when they learn what they need to learn, it'll heal their broken heart. Okay, the divine's going to protect this, but there's information that they're after in regards to your connection. And it's the masculine's job to provide it. And he will. Let's pull a dragon card here. Yeah, see the Page of Cups, Eight of Cups. So these kids are finally ready to walk away from the imbalance. Do you see how there's no person here? And the cups to me are in balance. So that's really interesting. They're manifesting and want to manifest from an honest place, not from that dark place, and not from a place where it's because of fear or bribery and money and like it's stained over there. It's dark. It's very, very dark. Yeah, see the Chariot? They don't want to be confused. They don't want to be out of balance anymore. Okay. They want to be able to find their way and they want a brand new beginning. And they'll receive that. Okay, they're fighting for it. And they're willing to work together with their parent that is going to put them on the right path. All right, and that Ten of Wands is a thing of the past. Yeah, see? All these cups are in balance. And they'll go from being a page to a knight, and then they're going to be able to share how they feel once they feel safe and secure, once their parent that is in the light is able to show the way and guide them, okay, properly. See that Justice? Look at that. Wow, that's fantastic. Fantastic. So we're going to bring out the Amethyst as that master healer here. And we're going to send them the violet ray and violet flame and surround the kids and these families with as much light as possible. Call in the dragon energy as well. So just know that they are going to travel those ley lines and ensure that everything is cleared out of the way so there aren't any issues. All right, so I have company showing up here and it's a sweet little boy. So that's a very strong message that, you'll have success here. Hold faith, Divine Feminine, if you're still waiting for clarity on all this, but just know that this is confirmation that it's coming. All the work is happening, both in the realms and in the physical plane. and you'll achieve success and union. Good luck.